occurred, in case you missed it. When you have someone that means this much to your franchise, you pause and you listen, and you immediately investigate, and upon further investigation, he's fine.
Hey, so basically the good thing was it kind of pulled off, and you didn't really see any blood or anything there as well, so that was a good sign for Shohei Ohtani, and just to see him back in, to go back to what we talked about, back in the lineup tonight. The
Iglesias, Stassi, and Dexter Fowler, who has hovered around the bottom of the order.
Importance that he has swinging the bat. We know how important he is on the mound as well, but swinging the bat here in that #2 spot in front of Mike Trout, perfect time for Shohei just to clear his mind for what happened yesterday.
It's funny, you and I have been recording some stuff to look ahead to opening day programming, and we'll be with you all evening long on Bally Sports, brand new Bally Sport.
And get into hitters counts, 1-0, 2-0 counts throughout.
Shohei Ohtani, 16 hits, 3 walks this spring. Sinks below the strike zone, 1-0 the count. 5 of those 16 hits, home runs.
1645 OPS. that's absolutely, it's not even real.
Pulled a breaking ball down and in. Now everything is hard from May, everything. And when you want to look at a pitch that may be just a touch slower, I guess, Gooby, you go to that
curveballs. And that's basically his off-speed pitch. Occasional changeup.
Something that pulls him into the 80s. That's the best way to look at it.
Hey, interesting at bat here for Shohei. A couple of these pitches by Dustin May were very similar to what we saw from Shohei. Overthrowing a couple fastballs and then an overthrown breakable, 3-0 count. Look for Shohei to have the green light.
Interesting call right there. Good fastball just below the knees, 3-1 the count.
Yeah, you don't want to swing at that one. That's a pitcher's pitch. Good decision by Shohei Ohtani. A lot of hitters don't like to swing 3-0.
And on 3-1, it's below the strike zone, fouls it off, 3-2 the count.
Unless you're Corey Seager, remember you had a home run on a 3-0 count. Albert Pujols swings often. Mike Trout, not often at all, but when he does, which is rare, there's some pretty good damage done. .99, and I mean right down the middle to Shohei Ohtani.
Oshu in Japan, signed as a free agent with the Angels. It was right around Christmas of 2017 when he was playing professionally in Japan. Hit hard, middle of the diamond and into center field for a base hit for Ohtani.
How many down and right back up the middle, then try to pull it. Times that we all said that. Hit hard by Shohei Ohtani in the batter's box. That's a great swing. That's a pretty good pitch. Must have made you a little matrix getting out of the way of that line drive.
Good mention by you, the matrix. I like that.
Max Muncy, remember he hit that line drive right back up the middle against Shohei. He goes, hey, you remember that line drive you hit right back at me? Well, I'll try to do
that. Actually was the true breaking ball.
That one maybe to us here.
Dodger Stadium. Starting to be a buzz around the ballpark in Orange County as well, as things fouled off. 98 miles an hour. 0.4 miles an hour. So hit hard, but not overwhelming. He's been into the 1-teens before.
Yeah, very encouraging, because if you watch this guy throwing an easy 97, 98, Shohei Ohtani's feet start moving, and this is the one at bat here where he could have really bailed even more. But watch as the at bat progresses, his feet get steadier and steadier until he's able to see the ball better, track it better, staying inside of it, and then finally putting some good wood on it. That's, Gooby, very encouraging. Last season, that at bat does not end in that way.
Yeah, he's already moving that back foot, and that whole outer part of the plate is just not. Even as good as Shohei Ohtani is, you cannot cover that part of the plate when you're moving that much.
So Darren, that is a very encouraging sign to see him get his feet moved early in the count and come back and steady it up.
And I always marvel with the points you guys are making with a man that size. We're not talking about a 5'9" guy making those changes, who's a little bit more closer to his core and in control of himself. Talking about a guy who looks like a small forward in the NBA.
Well, you remember going back, Jose, when he first made it to the major leagues, that first freeway series against the Dodgers, where he stopped doing the leg kick because he was struggling in spring and just went into that smooth little front movement of the front foot and getting through with his hands. It's amazing what the adjustment he made.
Remember that clearly, Gooby.
On the ground to a knee. Lux hops back up. On to Muncy in time for the out. Again, you can move around and shift them everywhere you want, but you've got to be an athlete too. Ohtani hit it hard.